Hello and welcome to episode 51 of the BitSocket podcast. I am cracking Scott White.
And I am smashing Joe Merrick.
Alright, smashing Joe Merrick, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing, cracking Scott White?
How you doing? Hello? Hello and welcome to episode...
It's another episode of BitSocket. I think this is our last episode before we go to our next live show.
It will be, yes.
But we thought we'd just squeeze another traditional podcast into your ears before that.
Just squeeze in into your lives.
If you're interested in seeing our next live show, we're on at Drygate in Glasgow on August 20th. It's a brewery, so there'll be plenty of beer.
And the food is lovely as well.
The food's amazing as well. So, and also afterwards, Gles games, you'll be able to enjoy some lovely games.
That's right, for a one-off payment of £12. You can come see BitSocket.
But we've got an hour-long show beforehand, though. The last one went down really well, so
that's right.
Come along.
And do you know what else we're going to include as a little bonus to everyone that's going to come along and see the show?
What's that?
We're going to let you buy us a drink.
Yeah, because we need
Think about that.
Yeah, you can buy us a drink beforehand to give us a bit of confidence as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, before we go on with the rest of the show, what have you been playing?
What have I been playing?
Aye, go on, you start it this time.
I will start it. So, well, I've been playing I Am Setsuna.
Oh, yeah.
The new JRPG from Square Enix, although I will actually be doing a little review in this podcast later.
Oh, I see, you don't want to talk about it too much.
Not too much, but it's good.
Can I talk about it?
Of course you can.
I think it's good.
Oh, that's good.
What else have you been playing?
Well, I've been playing a wee bit of Overwatch.
Oh,
I've just introduced Anna, who is the mum of Farah.
Right.
I think that's how you say it.
Mo Farah.
She fires like corn sausages out her gun. That's good. It's still good.
Yeah.
It's still good.
It's still good.
Still playing away.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Is that it?
That's it.
Is that you?
Well, I've been playing Ghost Trick.
I was going to say, that's what I was waiting for you to mention, because you mentioned it before we started recording.
The weird thing about the game Ghost Trick is I find it very difficult not to call it Ghost Trick Way of the Samurai because of Ghost Dog,
Ghost
Way of
Dog
the Samurai.
yeah.
I don't know why. It just...
Right, tell me, are you enjoying Ghost Trick?
I'm really enjoying it.
And that's music to my ears, because that's one of my favourite games ever, that is.
I think this is about my third time playing, like... Obviously, I've not completed it 3 times, but this is the furthest I've got in it.
Yeah.
So I think the first 2 times I tried it on the iPhone version.
Yeah.
And I did enjoy it.
That's the one I've played and I love it. And it's the same game. It's the same game, essentially. It's just you use a finger instead of a stylus.
So I think the opening level is a bit like having to get through that 3 times, all the kind of start and stopping, telling you what to do, and you're like, no, I know what to do.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. I think actually it's one of those games that does pop up in game shops from time to time, like in the pre-owned section for like £4.
Yeah, it's one of, I think a lot of shops, they don't realise what they've got in their hands. Like, you know, it is actually...
Yeah.
Because you see it going for an alright price sometimes.
The 3DS back, like, well, no, not
the DS
the
back.
DS back, I'll just say, has a really weird pricing structure.
It does.
If it's first party Nintendo,
it's still expensive.
Then, second hand, it's £30. But you get to see these games like... It was the sequel to Hotel Dusk, is it the last window? Yeah. You used to see that for £5, but it was quite hard to get when it came out. And even Infinite Space, which can go for a bit online, in game shops you'll see it for like a tenner.
Right, tell me, have you met Missile? Yeah.
I've met Missile.
Right, Missile is my favourite video game dog. In fact, did we not do like a top 5 dogs once?
Yeah, I think we did.
In the podcast.
Of course we did.
I think Parappa the Rapper was there, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But no,
it's
Missile.
A fucking dog.
He is a fucking dog. Missile is amazing, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
You'll meet him later on as well, by the way.
He is good. I like how he's, I don't know, a noble warrior.
Yeah. But I mean, you've only met him once though, haven't you?
Yeah, just once.
Okay, so when you meet him again, he's even better.
Good.
So you'll see why.
I'm looking forward
I don't want to spoil it for you, but people listening who have played it will know that Missile gets better.
Good. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. And last thing, I downloaded it last night, is the new Apple Watch game from Square Enix.
What's it called? Tell the time.
Tell the time.
What's the time, Mr. Wolf?
It's called Cosmos Rings.
Alright, okay.
I had to actually just check the name. So I keep calling it Chaos Rings, which is a different RPG. It's fun for what it is.
You just showed me that. I quite like the look of it, actually.
It's a cool idea, but I think you need to just play it in bursts. But the problem is, it's kind of got a timer counting down. Like, it's all about you being able to control and turn back time. But when you're playing, like when you start playing it, you've kind of got a timer of 30 minutes, and that kind of keeps going. And the idea would be you'll constantly be kind of moving backwards in time, forwards in time, to try and store up enough minutes to complete the whole day,
right?
Kind of thing. I know it doesn't make sense.
Does it play in the background?
But
can you leave it like so that you're not actually having?
Well, that's the thing is like you don't need to keep tapping the screen if you're running the app. Your guy just auto fights, but he doesn't do any powerful attacks.
Right.
But if you quit out the app, I think it just the timer keeps going down, but you're not fighting anymore.
That's rubbish.
So you get a wee notification being like, your time is running out, and then if you click back into the game like an hour later, you've got 2 minutes left. And I don't know if that's how it's meant to be, or if I'm just fucking missing an option.
I think you're probably playing it wrong.
Well, I looked up, there's no kind of instructions. I looked through like how to play, and I'm like, well, that's what I'm doing. But I asked to access my fitness app, so I don't know. Maybe if I'm walking about, I'm fighting monsters. I don't know. Is this just what my life is now?
Well, seeing as you live in Glasgow.
I spend my life catching monsters in Pokemon Go and then fighting monsters on my watch. How about you, Joe? What have you been playing?
Well, I had a wee shot of I Am Setsuna, but I don't want to talk about it too much because obviously you're reviewing it.
But it's good.
It is good. Been playing a bit more Tokyo Mirage Sessions, which we've got a video of, finally, on the YouTube channel. So give that a wee watch if you've got a spare 7 minutes on YouTube. In fact, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I think it's about 5 minutes long. Check that out. Have you watched it yet? No, you've not.
What else have you
You
been
never watched any of the videos. Right, don't judge me for this, right?
Okay.
But you know how last week they revealed a new Sonic game?
Yes.
In fact, they revealed 2 new Sonic games, but one of them is probably just going to be as shit as the rest of them.
You've been playing Sonic Boom, haven't you?
No, I don't have Sonic Boom. I've never bought. Why would I buy Sonic Boom?
I don't have Sonic Boom.
Why am I sweating?
I don't have Sonic Boom. Texting Kim, hide it. Hide that box.
No, I've been playing. Me and Kim played Sonic 3 the other night. You know, the old one, 2-player mode, and she bet me. And she bet me fairly and squarely.
Oh, it was legit?
It was legit. I mean, I tried cheating at one point to try and beat her, and it didn't work.
How did you try cheating?
There's a level, the circus level.
So it wasn't like, oh, Kim, there's a new woman that started working nearby. Yeah, she's quite nice.
No, there's the circus level, the second level you do in 2-player, you can bounce off a balloon and sort of go outside the level's boundaries, but it never worked anymore. I think they must have fixed that for the PS3 release. So I tried cheating and it never worked, and egg in my face because she bet me overall. Yeah, and I played a bit of Sonic Generation as well to remind myself how mediocre that game is. I love it. I really do love it, but it's one of these people that I can see the faults every inch of play that you know.
Right. What was the last great Sonic game?
The last great Sonic game.
Oh, well, okay, we'll go with good first.
Right. Okay. Well, the last
good.
The last. Right. Okay.
In your opinion,
the last one that was at least 80% good.
Yeah.
Was Sonic 3 and Knuckles together.
Oh shit!
I know.
I thought you were going to say like Sonic 4, like Sonic the Hedgehog 4. You know, the one that
the
physics weren't right.
Okay, I don't count. Okay, yeah, no. If you count that, I do like Sonic 4. So
what about the physics, Joe?
The physics aren't right, but they're fine. They're fine. They're absolutely fine. They're fine. I don't know why folks say.
I mean, I do.
They're very pernickety.
I hope the new Sonic game, the good looking one. What's it? Sonic
Mania.
Sonic Mania. I hope Sonic Mania is good.
I know, it looks like it. I mean, I've seen some gameplay videos and it looks like spot on.
But the other one looks trash.
Well,
and all they've shown
any of it.
All they've shown is that video, but
you know it's trash from the
tone,
join the resistance and all that.
And what even is a resistance?
It just sums up how.
Yeah.
I don't want this to be another Sonic thing, but
how many times do I need to try and make that joke before you'll acknowledge it?
I know. It's so good.
Fucking give up.
What is a join?
What is a join?
What was I going to say? They just Sonic team. The Sega just don't know what to do with Sonic. It's always some crazy, like, I don't know. It's tonally every game is completely different. Like one's like fucking Final Fantasy, one's like some sort of weird dystopian sci-fi and all that. But then this new 2D one.
Some of the comics had him as an almost kind of freedom fighter. Like, well, they were kind of being oppressed. I'm sure that was in a couple of...
That was in the cartoon as well. I mean, I suppose that's borderline alright, because that's kind of what it's, your animal pals have been locked up in...
But it just seemed like it was just you were helping free them from an enemy.
We're dangerously close to getting into, like...
I know.
Really neck-bearded territory.
I really want to get into this thing.
I want to get into the hedgehog. Anyway, so...
You want to get into the hedgehog?
Into the hedgehog. So, yes, I'm playing Sonic Generations and reminding myself how... it's not very good, but I do love it, and I don't know why that. It's like Sonicholm syndrome,
Sonicholm syndrome. I might call the episode Sonicholm
syndrome.
I quite like that.
Yeah. So should we go on with the rest of the show then?
We should indeed. Up first, we're going to have a feature that I'm not proud of.
Oh right, okay. Looking forward to it.
Joe.
Yep.
I've got a confession to make.
Okay, tell me. Lay on me. Lay on to Father Merrick.
The elephant man himself.
Yes, my son.
Father.
Yes.
I love Pokemon Go.
Oh, do you know?
I'm into Pokemon Go. I'm a level 17 Pokemon Go trainer.
Very
right?
Good.
Not that involves any actual training.
Yeah.
Which is, it's misleading. You should really be a collector. But anyway, I quite enjoy Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go collector. That belongs in a museum.
I think it's a fun idea. I know lots of people are very grumpy about it.
Oh no! I mean, I don't play it, but I know it's fucking amazing. Like, it's great.
It's a good idea. People are being quite social about it. You know what? It's fun.
It's brilliant.
See if you don't enjoy it. That's cool. Just don't tell Andy. Anyway, right. And I was thinking, right, what's a good way that I can combine Pokemon? Pokemon are back, Joe. There's no way you can deny it.
No, there's no way.
Pokemon are back.
In fact, we might hear a bit of Pokemon later on in the show as well. So.
Good. And I thought, how can I make a feature out of Pokemon?
I don't know how you can.
And so I came up with a feature that I'm going to call Pokemon. No!
Very original.
Thank you. So, what I've got here, Joe, are a series of drawings that I've made. right. And to get points, you have to both describe. You have to name the Pokemon. Now, it's from the original 151.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay, the OG.
Alright, so it's real Pokemon.
Real Pokemon.
Right.
But you also have to describe the additions that I've made to their designs.
Right, okay.
Okay. So, you ready?
I don't know if I'm ready, but here we go.
Okay. So here is number 1.
Oh, what is that going state? Okay, this is the one that looks like a big Pokeball, but it explodes in Smash Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
But you've added. Is that like a cheese grater to the top of it?
No.
Or is it like an Empire biscuit?
No.
Anyway, is it called Voltorb? Voltron or something like that?
I'm actually double checking the name of it.
Pokemon Go open.
Oh, you were. I'll give it to Voltorb.
Voltorb. Alright, okay, Voltorb. I knew that.
But what do you think that is upon its crown?
I don't know. It looks like a wee.
Now think about the theme of this Pokemon. No, what would you not want it to be?
Is that a nipple?
Yes. That was Voltorb.
What are all the wee dots?
That's the wee bumps. You sometimes got.
The wee bumps in the areola.
Yeah, I'm very detailed.
It was like. I thought it was like little holes in a cheese grater.
That's fucked up, man.
Or like, I don't know, sprinkles on a cake or something.
Okay.
That's horrific. Nipple on top of.
Are you ready for number 2?
Yeah.
So doing well so far.
Right, okay.
Number
2. Right, okay, this is like, it's a fox.
Okay.
With a lot of tails.
Mm-hmm. And what are the tails, Joe?
Tails are all dicks. The tails are all dicks. I know this one actually. Mm-hmm. Because it's not really just a Pokemon. It's 9 tails, isn't it? 7 tails.
It's Vulpix. It's the.
Oh right. See, I thought it was
the base version that becomes 9 tails.
Alright. Of course, because he's only got 5 tails.
But you know what? That you get a potential 10 points for this. So you still get 1 because it is penises.
Okay. See, I thought the reason I know 9 tails is because of Okami rather than Pokemon.
But if you want to see any of these pictures, you'll have to send us a DM because I'm not posting them publicly.
Yeah, you definitely should. Though. You definitely.
Okay,
should.
you ready for number 3?
Yes.
So far you've got 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5. 3 out of 4.
3 out of 4.
Yeah. Right, okay, it's Pikachu.
And?
But it's got a big arse.
Where's the arse?
On his belly.
Correct, Pikachu with a big arse. You're doing well.
That's a horrific crime against Pikachu. I love Pikachu.
Me too. I love Pikachu, but you know what?
Why does it look so sad?
Number 4.
Oh god.
Now, what do you think that is?
Is that that's Clefairy, isn't it?
Mm.
Clefairy with a big set of tits.
I'm only going to give you 1 point.
What?
Because it's Clefable. Oh, no, you fucked that.
What? What's the difference between Clefairy and Clefable?
Oh, fucking, what that look like, Mr. Pokemon?
Is it the things round the side here?
Possibly.
Right, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it's Clefable.
I like how you've got the face right.
Yeah, the face is actually quite good.
It's a really good job. This is like, you know when George Bush showed off his art after he wasn't president anymore, and everybody's like, oh, that's nice, George. That's what it, or like Ringo's art.
Yeah. Okay, you ready for the last one?
There you go, yeah. Oh,
can you name it?
Oh god, it's like an insect-looking one, like a wasp or something. Mm-hmm. But it's got spunk coming at the top of it. Is it like bee dozer or something like that? B-dozer.
What about that picture makes you think it looks like it is a bee currently?
Well, the bottom's got like a bee sting thing
Okay.
going on, and the top of it's like a bee's eyes. So,
But what's it do? But
it's spunking. So, but it's not called bee spunker.
bee spunk.
Bee drill.
Bee drill's what it becomes. That is a kakuna.
Of course. No
But
one's-
you are right. It is spunking. So let's quickly count. So that's 1 point for that one.
Yeah.
1 point for that one.
Yeah.
2 for Pikachu.
That's 4 so far.
It was 1 point for that one. 5 and
6,
2
7.
points. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. In our brand new feature, Pokemon. No!
Pokemon. Oh God, no!
Pokemon, what was that?
That was good.
You turned on?
You should definitely put those pictures online though. Like, don't
destroy them.
don't let the threat of legal action stop
Yeah. Do you feel turned on?
you. No.
Then I have failed. But if this feature returns, I guarantee 100%.
Maybe we should do it for the live show.
Oh god. Thrown out a drag. Now that I've failed in turning you on, I've failed in giving you an erection.
Is this a new thing or something? Bit socket might not go on much longer if this is a thing.
Imagine that was the end goal of the whole
5
Pokemon.
minutes in heaven.
5 minutes in heaven with June. Right. Do you know a feature we've not done for a while?
Shotgun top 5.
You're probably going to name ones that I'm not going to.
Metacrockofshit.
Ding ding. We're going to do the return of Metacrockofshit.
I do miss those reviews.
This is where I look through.
And it's been so long since we've done them that there's plenty of new games to choose from.
I know, thank God. We let it go just enough so I could have new content. So Metacrockofshit is where I go through the user reviews for many different games on Metacritic, and I find the ones that are most disagreeable. Although, I'll be honest, not all of them are necessarily from games that are critically acclaimed.
Yeah, some of them are.
So, first up, here, you've got to guess the game, of course, and you don't get a bonus point for it, but it's always interesting to think what score you think it will get.
Yeah.
Well, bought it, downloaded it, and deleted it. Snow, 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 and snow. From what I read, there are no other zones than snow. Guess they saved a lot of time not developing more than one pack of graphic theme. What's with the awful piano battle music? Just horrible. Guess they saved a lot of time and money by hiring a cheap piano artist. If you like to be depressed and listen to piano music all day long, this is a game for you. Remember to buy some antidepressants from your local drugstore. This is not the 90s JRPG you want, it's just made up from hype.
Made up from hype.
Made up from
right,
hype.
okay, that's I Am Setsuna.
That is I Am Setsuna. What score do you think that... what score do you think Nero78 gave that?
1 out of 10.
0.
0. Of
Absolutely
course they can give
zero.
zeros. I keep on forgetting to give zeros. That's so...
And of course, in...
music's so good! Music's so good!
More of which you'll find out in my review. Next up. This game is super glitchy, and I had to wait 3 days to get an account or to make one. I like the game encourages people to go outside, but people had died and gone in people's yards. The gameplay is so bland and bad, it makes Five Nights at Freddy's look like the best idea the universe has ever had. This game should die, not people.
Pokemon Go!
Yes, and the score...
1 out of 10.
2 out of 10.
2 out of 10.
And that's from possibly my favourite named Metacritic reviewer, GameCube Lover. So
I'm a GameCube lover, not a GameCube fighter.
sadly, a below-average JRPG being propped up due to the reliance on old standard conventions of the JRPG genre. Do not let blind fanboyism of Japanese culture and anime fool you with this one.
That could be anything. Right, okay.
It's a recent game.
I'm going to say it's either Star Ocean 5 or I think it's Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
Which one do you think it is?
Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
Correct.
Way.
And what score do you think BN333 gave it?
2 out of 10.
0.
0.
No. Honestly, this game is an insult to anyone who's a fan of the series. Far too easy, weapon upgrading has been unnecessarily complicated, palicos are all but useless, and the hunter skill stroke arts are pointless and clunky. It has a few good points, such as the roster, prowler mode for a change of perspective, and nice graphics, but outside of that, it is the worst game in the series.
You said Hunter. Mm-hmm. I think that's a big giveaway. So I think it's Monster Hunter Generations.
Correct.
Yeah.
What score do you think Zayaku?
Worst game in the series, but they still had some good points about it, so I'm going to say 3 out of 10.
6 out of 10?
Ah, okay.
It's quite a savage 6 out of 10.
It's a savage 6 out of 10.
So there isn't really anything that's like a few good points. There's like 3 good points, but everything else is shite.
Is it a savage 6 or is it a naughty 9? Depends which way up you look at it.
No, I'm getting a bit turned off. Last one. Shit, I've just noticed this is also from GameCube Lover. Oh god, I hadn't noticed two. Amazing.
GameCube Lover.
Great. I'm very into this guy. This game has 3DS graphics, even though it is a Wii U game. The game crashes a lot for no reason, and your Wii U burns for no reason. The controls suck, and the game lacks almost everything. This is not mighty at all.
Yeah, you're making it too easy for me.
It's. You see if I didn't include that last line, it could have been any fucking game.
Well, I was going to say, you could have fooled me. I was going to say that Rodea Sky flying game or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But no. Mighty number 9.
Correct. And what score do you think GameCube Lover's given that?
0 out of 10.
1.
Alright, okay.
So, GameCube Lover, let's see, what was the score he gave the other game? 2. So he likes Pokemon Go 1 more than Mighty number 9.
I mean, well, the thing is, Mighty number 9's not killed him, is it? Apart from KG Inufune's career.
Whoa. Such heat.
Such shade.
So there we go, 5 for 5.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yep. You see what Inufune said? Well, is it him or one of the other guys? They were doing like a post-mortem video.
Oh,
and it was like, well, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, I did see that.
I think that's a sort of slight mistranslation, but still the tone of the whole debacle.
It's
so
not
bad.
really. It's I like the Mega Man games. The only one I've completed is 2.
Yeah.
But nothing about Mighty number 9's interested me enough to.
Well, I quite like. There's one thing I liked about it. It's obviously right, the crowdfunder and it's taking ages to actually come out and all that. But what I liked about it was the combo system. Right, it had quite a good system to but the idea behind it. But it just looks so bad. I don't know what it's about. It just turns me off completely. Like the style of it,
and fun enough, a few of the reviews, the user reviews, I should say, for the Wii U version, did talk about it made the Wii U overheat. Like, so a few people said that was like a common thing.
I think the Xbox version apparently there was like security issues with it or something.
Aye. But anyway, if you enjoy it though,
love what you love,
and hate what you hate. You'd think I had better things to do with my time, other than play another JRPG. Well, you'd be right, but that doesn't mean that I'm not really impressed with I Am Setsuna, the new game from Tokyo RPG Factory. After playing Star Ocean 5 and some of the previous Tales of games, I began to worry a little about the state of JRPGs. Everything was getting a little too familiar, or at least the games that were being localised for the West weren't really standing out from the crowd anymore. Maybe this is why I'm so enamoured with I Am Setsuna. Although the game reaches into the past of the genre, it cuts away the distractions and baggage that have begun to weigh down other games. This is a very concentrated experience, removing side quests, character backstory and pointless item collection missions. The game opens with Endir, a mercenary from a village of mercenaries who's tasked to kill a girl on an island. The girl he's asked to kill is Setsuna, who's already resigned herself to die as a sacrifice. Every generation, a girl is required to die in order to maintain the status quo of this world, to calm the monsters and to guarantee the survival of the human race. It's a world covered in snow, where life is a struggle, and this tradition isn't questioned. From this simple start, you explore the game world, meeting new characters as you go, and fighting some pretty well designed enemies. As you fight, you learn more about the combat system, which relies on a really nice risk-reward mechanic, where waiting before striking helps to build up more powerful moves, and also gets you better rewards at the end of the encounters. You use the items you gather to get money and to create different technical moves for each of the characters. Like all RPGs, some characters are more suited to magic attacks, healing and so on, and the game makes assigning new moves and skills straightforward. While it might not encourage you to mix things up, if you experiment with the different characters and how their abilities can complement each other, you'll find a combat system that is both simple to pick up and surprisingly deep. Now, unlike our pal Nero78, I think the music in the game is amazing. It's probably one of the best soundtracks I've heard in a game for a very long time. It feels like it's part of the game world in the way that the best soundtracks are. Composed by Tomoki Miyoshi, who also did the music for the groundbreaking Soul Calibur 5, it perfectly fits the themes of the game, reflecting the sadness and the loneliness at the heart of this world. For me, maybe I'm so enamoured with the game because I missed out on all the classics when I was younger. Sure, I've played Chrono Trigger and Xenogears and older JRPGs now, but I missed playing them at the time when they might have had more of an impact. Coming into the JRPG genre with games like Lost Odyssey, Tales of Graces, Persona, which are all brilliant games in their own right, maybe recently what I've needed was a palate cleanser. By harking back to the old conventions of the genre, maybe Tokyo RPG Factory are showing us that we don't need to have fetch quests, we don't need RPGs to last 70, 80, 90, 100 hours. While I Am Setsuna might not be given classic status, it stands as a reminder that JRPGs can still be as affecting and as brilliant as they were when we were younger.
Okay, now it's time for the grand return of Is It Canon?
Oh,
it's been a few episodes since we last done this.
We didn't do it last time, because last time was our massive Tokyo Joe special.
Yeah.
If you've not listened to episode 50, it's
an epic one, you really should.
I'm told it's alright.
Cam loved it, absolutely loved it.
There we go, Joe's might have liked it.
Yeah. Right, so, what's the biggest game right now? What's the biggest game in everybody's minds right now? Everybody's talking about it. The news are talking about it. Right-wing news are blaming it for the deaths of people. What are they talking about?
What are they talking about? Is it Yakuza 5 coming to play PS Plus?
Yakuza 5 is coming to PlayStation Plus. You better get that downloaded, everybody.
Does that mean, was 3 ever on PS Plus? Because 4 was.
4 was, 3 wasn't.
So, just being a member of PS Plus has got you so far.
Yeah.
2 free Yakuza games.
I know.
That's worth the £40 a year.
I know, it is actually.
Or if you're Joe, who pays monthly for it.
Because I keep on forgetting to cancel it.
You must have paid like 3 years worth.
I bought it literally just to play Metal Gear Solid Online.
Yeah.
Played it and went, oh, okay, that's alright.
And how long ago was that?
Last October.
And how much is it a month?
£6.
Is it 6? It's not $7.99?
No, it's $5.99.
It's $5.99. So I just want to do some quick maths.
Oh, fucking hell. Come on, we've got a podcast to do here.
I know, wait there. So it's $5.99.
Yeah.
And you've had it so October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July.
Yep.
So far, it's cost you £60 for PlayStation Plus.
But I mean, I have had some free games out of it.
But a usual membership costs $40.
I know, right? I need to get that sorted out.
I just love the idea that by the time it comes around, you've paid for 2 years worth of PlayStation.
I thought
Plus.
I was being clever by, I'll just get a month. That'll be it, and then every month it renews.
Fucking Wolf of Wall Street.
I know. Right. I know. I better start working.
I better get a job.
I know.
Is anyone hiring?
Right, what's the biggest game right now?
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go.
Sir.
Part of what series?
The
Go series.
The Go series.
You know, Lara Croft, Hitman. No, Pokemon, of course. So, what we're going to do, Is It Canon? Pokemon.
Good. I'm looking forward to this.
You know what the rules of Is It Canon is?
I think you should explain it because it's been a while.
It has been a while.
It's been a while.
We're going to ask you some questions. Scott's going to have to tell me whether my statements are true or if they're a pack of lies.
Okay.
And in order for them to be true, they can be associated with any licensed thing,
Including
a T-shirt. if it's on a Pokemon T-shirt, it's canon, right? Mm-hmm. There's no Star Wars sort of multiple universes of canon here. It's just one canon,
Yeah.
and that's it. So let's go on with it.
Mm-hmm.
Team Galactic. That's one of the evil teams you fight against in Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Team Galactic want to use the power of Pokemon to create a new universe from scratch. One divide of emotion and feelings.
You mean?
Is it canon?
Did you mean devoid?
Devoid, yeah. What did I say?
Divide.
Divide.
One divided.
Divide.
Canon. Why not?
It's canon.
Way.
It is canon. In the anime, their leader, Cyrus, he's the only... They managed to create a new universe temporarily.
Yeah.
And Cyrus steps into it, and then the door closes behind.
Oh, God.
And Cyrus gets lost in the other universe. But he's happy because he was the one that wanted one with no emotion.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you know, fun enough, I was trying to find out how many episodes there are of the Pokemon anime.
That's a lot.
930.
I know, there's a lot. It's one of the longest running cartoons. I think it's like the 5th longest running cartoon ever.
I know what the first number one is.
Simpsons or something.
Problem.
Right, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Question 2.
Yep.
In Chapter 2 of Detective Pikachu, Pikachu is thrown off the force for corruption and tampering with evidence in crime scenes.
Not canon.
It could be.
It's not
But
canon.
it's not.
Is it came out yet?
In Japan it has.
Are we getting it at all?
There's not said anything.
So I know they're making a live action film.
I know.
And I really
want it to come out here. And I do a lot of times I do sort of roll my eyes at, internet campaigns, but I do like the idea of Danny DeVito voicing Pikachu.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
I know. Okay. Team Rocket's Meowth is the only Pokemon that can talk the human language. Is it canon? All the rest of them in the cartoon. Pika, Pika. But Meowth actually speaks in like a wisecracking New York accent.
Not canon.
You're right. It's not canon.
Doesn't Mewtwo speak?
Mewtwo speaks telepathically.
Yeah.
I'm counting that.
Yeah.
But there is actually one episode where there's a sea monster Pokemon that does actually talk to them. So yeah, no, it's canon. Yep.
Fuck, I seem to know a bit about Pokemon. Is that 3 out of 5?
Three so far. 3 out of 3 so far.
Ooh.
Okay. As a boy, Professor Oak travelled through time and became best friends with Ash Ketchum. Then disappears back to his own time. Ash is unaware that the older aged Professor Oak is actually one of his oldest friends. Is it canon?
No, not canon.
It's canon.
Is it?
It's canon, yeah, that's canon. That's one of the films. How
does he travel through time? A Pokemon.
yeah, but they never quite define what Pokemon can do and what they can't do, because Team Rocket try to use them for all.
Is it like Metallic Archaea?
yeah. It's a wee bit.
I choose you.
Nanomachines. Nanochew. Okay. So 3 out of 4 so far. Last one. Is it canon tradition? I'm going to name some Pokemon.
Right. Okay.
And you have to tell me which one isn't canon.
Oh right.
Okay. Spoink, Love Disc, Hitmontop, Sharkind, Grumpig, and Licky Licky.
Fucking hell! None of those sound good.
No.
Right. Go again.
Spoink.
Spoink the Hedgehog.
Spoink. Love Disc, Hitmontop, Sharkind, Grumpig, and Licky Licky.
I honestly don't know. It's just choosing one at random.
It's funny though, right?
Yeah.
I didn't look at all 700 odd names, so I might have come up with one that is real here.
I'm going to go with Hitmontop.
Hitmontop. Oh, it's canon.
Oh, which one was it?
Sharkind.
Really?
Sharkind, yeah. Oh. I like the idea of a kind shark, so Sharkind. So,
we're going to need a bigger thank you.
We're going to need a bigger love boat.
That was good.
Well done. So that's 3 out of 5. So you passed. Your Pokemon knowledge. You're not quite a Pokemon master, but you're a Pokemon trainee.
I can live with that.
Yeah.
There's always more to learn.
You're Ash rather than Brock.
Which one was Brock?
I don't know.
Was Brock not the one with the
Brock's one that never opened his eyes.
I always thought he was a bit of an idiot. I don't think he achieved much. Was he not an absolute fucking pervert in the cartoon as well?
He's he's a bit of a...
I think that was the first time I'd watched one of those cartoons where I'm sure he got a nosebleed every time he saw
Yeah.
Is it the woman that runs the
Oh, the nurse?
Yeah, I nearly called her Nurse Jackie, but that's...
Nurse Ratchet.
Nurse Ratchet.
Nurse Ratchet Mon. That's Digimon, isn't it? Digimon, all the monsters end with Mon.
Yeah, it is.
Aye.
So I always want, whenever I try and make up a silly Pokemon game,
we should have done Digimon or Pokemon.
Next time.
Next time.
That's always next time.
Yeah.
One bit socket go.
Right, now it's time for you guys to say your bit. So this time, instead of us asking you a question, we thought you could ask us questions. So we'll go through Facebook and Twitter.
Yep.
Right, I'll do Facebook first. Right. So Craig Hamilton, he says simply, Pokemon Go or Pokemon No?
Well, Pokemon No was a raging success. Pokemon Go's
Pokemon
good.
Go, yeah.
I'm
Pokemon
into
Go. I mean, I don't have it. I had it for a while, and I thought I'm never going to play it, so it's going to take up space on my phone for no reason. So fuck it. But it's good.
Yeah,
I like it.
I'm into it.
Okay, Jordan Renfrew. Opinions on the new Nintendo NES Mini and the 30 games included.
Yes.
Yeah, I know, I really want one.
I need to pre-order an extra controller, actually.
It was funny. Games Radar, they put a story up saying, oh, by the way, Sega have got one coming out too as well.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, look at this, I don't know which one to buy now. And then people pointed out that
it's the shitty ones.
It's the shitty ones that have been selling for years and years.
Like an HMV by the till.
So, at least the NES Mini, it's made by Nintendo. It's got HDMI out. You know it's going to play good.
I think for me that's the big thing that's actually sold me on it, because like, see if it was Nintendo bringing it out, but it was just another one of these like, right, fucking plug it into your SCART.
Yeah.
But fucking no.
Yeah.
But HDMI is. But the Sega ones are just the bog standard ones have been selling for the last 10 years.
With shit emulation as well. But oh man, have you ever seen the Analog NT? Have I showed you that?
No.
It's basically this company called Analog who make like new versions of old consoles. Like the first one they made was the wooden Neo Geo, which was amazing, but it cost like £1,000. But Analog NT, it's a NES, but made. It's like it uses original NES parts, taken out in a new shell that looks beautiful with 4 controller ports and an HDMI out, so you get the best possible picture from it. And it's got 2 cartridge slots, one for Japanese cartridges and one for.
Oh, that's amazing.
And I mean, I really. If I had the money, I'd buy one of those instead of a NES Mini. But the NES Mini looks like very good.
We had the rumour. It's not a rumour, but someone had said that they think the reason why Nintendo are bringing this out is because the NX is actually going to be called the NES. So it's going to be a Nintendo Entertainment System.
See my tweet that's getting good engagement. Hopefully they'll call it the Game Boy.
I don't think they will.
What do you think of the 30 games though?
That's a good
selection, because a Castlevania game in there is like
2 Castlevania games, Castlevania 1 and
it's a good one and a bad one.
Yeah. It's got like what is it? I always forget if it's Ghouls and Goblins. Or...
Ghouls and Ghosts.
One of that. It's one of those Zelda games. I'm quite excited.
It's a good mix they've got in there. So
it's like it's what, £50. It's
tiny.
It's fun that Nintendo are doing something like Nintendo have got such a back catalogue of games.
Yeah.
That is cool. They're doing. I mean,
and I think it was Chris Scullion on Twitter. He was like, if you have to buy all those games in the Wii U, it would cost you more than just buying the NES Mini.
It would.
So you may as well just buy the NES Mini.
I mean, is anyone aching to play them on it? But you'll have like a wee machine that just gives you this. It's like a way back machine.
Yeah.
Because I'd love something that could just give me. Say Sony brought out. Here we go. Here's a wee version of the PS2 that has 20 classic PS2 games.
Yeah, that'd be good.
In just one wee box.
Yeah.
So you don't need to clutter up your Wii U with all this extra stuff for your PlayStation.
Yep.
I think that's a good idea.
I'm definitely. I mean, I've not pre-ordered one, but I'm hopefully going to pick one up.
Yeah.
Christmas time, I think it's going to be a perfect Christmas present.
Yeah.
Mark Williamson, he says, is Joe excited about Sonic Mania? I am a maniac for Sonic Mania. I think it looks amazing, like a proper return to form, like everything we've been waiting for years and years and years and years. I mean, even as a man who liked Sonic 4, I'll admit this is the game I've been waiting for since Sonic 3. And I showed the trailer to Kim the other night, and she was like, "Yeah, it looks great." So yeah,
cool.
So even non-Sonic apologists, like the look of it. So what do you think? Have you seen the trailer for it?
Yeah, I watched the trailer for it. I think it looks good, but I think with all Sonic games, it's down to how it actually then plays, the level design. Because it looks good, but you're guaranteed it's going to play like the old ones, though, because the guy who made it is the guy who made the Sonic 1 and 2 remasters. So. Only worry that loads of Sonic fans will then just start saying, well, it's really good, but it's still not as good. I don't think with a series like that and with fans, like the fans of the Sonic series, but similar to fans of any series, really, the past is like almost unassailable. Yeah. So I think by mimicking or by replicating like the old way they looked and played, I think it'll still come under quite a lot of criticism for like not being quite as good as this, quite as good as that. But I think it looks good. It's the first time I've thought about buying a Sonic game. Yeah. In a long time.
I think they've put a lot of work into the animation though as well, because there's extra frames of animations for Sonic. Yeah. It just looks like it's made with love, an actual understanding of what folk loved about Sonic in the first place, which is can't be said for a lot of Sonic games recently.
Yeah, that's true.
And last on Facebook, Andy McCoy, and this is actually quite a deep question here. How can games improve their storytelling? Answers on the back of a postcard, please.
Yeah, there's one. Sum it up in 3 words.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was good. I think it depends on the game. I think some games tell brilliant stories, other games kind of flounder. I think for me it's almost like that thing that your cousin is a producer of TV programs.
I wonder which cousin you're talking about that.
And the thing she would always say about things is, if you're like a student or you make something, make it shorter.
If it's half an hour, make it 20 minutes. If it's 20 minutes, make it 10 minutes.
If you can do it, if you've got extra baggage and fluff, then it's always going to be difficult to to make something concentrated.
Yeah.
And I'd say that's maybe the problem with some games, is they come up with a story, you think, oh, that's a really good story, but then they take maybe something that could really be told brilliantly in 10 hours and stretch it out for 40.
But at the same time, big long games like Okami, I think that's the perfect line for what it is, because it's...
Oh yeah, I think some games do it well. I think
it's a big epic, and I like that. Here's what I think. I think that as much as I love the cutscenes and stuff in Metal Gear Solid and all that, I think a lot of games have taken cutscenes to the nth degree, and I start to no longer like them anymore, because they're no longer like a bonus for playing. They're now like the main thing. I know people said that with Metal Gear Solid for years and years and years, but it wasn't true. But I miss the old sort of Zelda way of doing things.
Yeah.
Like where the cutscene was just press the X button to keep the text going, kind of thing. I like that. Yeah. I think that's a good way of telling stories. I like reading the dialogue, and like Okami again, that's like the perfect game for me. Like the way the story's told in that. Yeah. Just like slowly over a long period of time, but every conversation's full of really well written dialogue, but you get to read it, and I love that. I like that. The old school way of telling stories appeals to me a lot more than the most lavishly produced cutscenes in games. Not that I don't like cutscenes. I do like cutscenes. It's just, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Right?
I think it's a different strokes for different folks. Like some folk will say the best game story they'll play is something like, for example, Ghost Trick. Or
Ghost Trick's got an amazing story.
Yeah, exactly.
For me, that's got an amazing story.
Like, and the first Ace Attorney game, is properly still one of my favourite games in terms of how that unravels a whole story over the trials.
Yeah.
But while I love it, and you may love it, someone else might be like, well, actually, I love sitting down for 20 minutes and having a big cutscene that explains it all. So I think it's just, whatever genre of game, you can find the best way to tell that story, but there's never going to be one way that someone like clicks and says, right, here it is. Like, you look at BioShock, for example, which lots of people were like so impressed with when it came in. It's still a good game, and it introduced, like, there wasn't really a lot of cutscenes. There was lots of conversations with characters, and then there was like the
tapes,
audio diaries. But then audio diaries have then become de rigueur. They're in so many games. In some games when you're like, why are they even here?
I'd say that's my least favourite trend. Like, that was one of the reasons I didn't. Yeah. That's one of the reasons that I don't think fondly back on Metal Gear Solid 5 is just the amount of times I had to listen to tapes.
Well, I think that was when I think Metal Gear Solid 5 is a perfect example of when it went wrong.
Yeah. Because
I think BioShock, for example, it felt at times you was wandering about this desolate place and hearing about the lives of people.
Yeah.
Whereas with Metal Gear, it paced out the tapes quite well, and then suddenly you complete the kind of first part,
and then you get 20 tapes,
and you're like just sitting thinking, right, this is my day now.
Aye. And you actually end up looking like Snake sitting there in his helicopter all depressed.
Aye, fucking listening to tapes with folk talking about Metallica Arcade.
Aye. No, I think there's so many different ways to do it, but I think if you're going to do the tapes thing, think carefully before you do it.
Yeah, exactly. Right, we'll move on to Twitter.
Yep.
So up first, the littlest hobo at Sig Tyson asks, fuck, marry, kill, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles.
Kill Tails.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Marry Sonic, I'd say.
And fuck Knuckles.
Yeah.
Fuck Knuckles. That sounds like...
Unlike Sonic, he don't chuckle.
That sounds like a rough biker's nickname.
I'd rather fuck Knuckles.
You've knocked over Fuck Knuckles' bike. I can't disagree with that. Liam Edwards at Liam MBE. It says, how is Sam Lake still so handsome after 15 years since Max Payne's release? Explain to me, chaps. So Sam Lake is the guy who, when you see what Max Payne was based on, that's Sam Lake.
Ah, okay. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
He's just aged well.
I don't know the answer to that.
What's the most disappointing answer you've ever heard on a bit of soccer?
I know,
podcast?
I don't know, twice in the same podcast.
Just repeatedly, over and over and over again.
To be honest, I don't really know much about Max Payne. I'm still confused. Who's Sam Lake?
So Sam Lake is like the guy who I think he was also like a producer. I'll tell you what, I'm putting his name into my computer right now.
Let's have a look. Why is your computer so slow? Oh, you didn't press turn.
Yeah.
No, the question remains.
There we go.
Holy fuck, he is that him now?
Well, I don't know, images. I think so. Yeah.
Bloody hell.
So yeah, he's aged very well.
Yeah, he's aged very well.
Well done, Sam Lake.
I know.
So, I don't know, maybe...
It's a mystery, but I wish I had what he had.
Maybe he's a vampire.
Maybe
Have we ever seen him outside in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely vampire.
Max Vampire.
EDC at Enchanting Duck says, what sport would you like to see an arcadey game of? Rhythmic gymnastics, kayaking, bobsled? I don't
Are
think
those just suggest? Well, I mean,
those are suggestions. It's not
okay.
like which one do you
well, I
want.
was going to say Wally, but we've played Wally at the Tenants Barcades.
Tenants Brew.
Yeah.
What you should watch out for. I think it's just touring bars in Scotland, but watch out for it because the games were brilliant.
What sport do you think?
Badminton.
Actually, there's not been a good badminton game, has there?
Arcade badminton. And like there'd be different bosses and stuff.
How about long distance jogging?
Long distance jogging. I think that's quite. I'm trying to think. So, like, for the Olympics, what Olympic sport would you like to see a really arcade?
Fencing.
Yeah.
See, when you think about it, there's not been actually a proper fencing game. Really?
Do you think you'd have it like?
I mean,
what was it called? Kengo.
Yeah.
No, Bushido Blade. No.
Well, yeah, both of them are.
Yeah.
Aye.
Have it like that.
Aye. Or well, I suppose we Sports Resort had a sort of fencing mode in it, but you fought with a big crowd of people though, so it wasn't really like. Aye.
Yeah,
I'm going to play that again when I go home. Actually,
It's
Wii Sports
really
Resort.
good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Aye, fencing would be good.
Clarence at Beam Patrol asks,
Equestrian dancing. What was that one?
equestrian
You
dancing.
know the one where you make the horses dance at the Olympics? That's a good one.
Is it dressage?
Dressage, that's it. Equestrian dance. Horse dancing.
And now some horse dance.
Horses pirouetting and all that.
So Clarence at Beam Patrol, do you think Nintendo should abandon the hardware market and should NX be a platform rather than a console?
Right.
No.
That's a confused question, yeah.
No, well, because Steam's a platform, it's not a console.
But a console is a platform.
But I think
that's what you say when you say.
I know, but I think in this, I mean, I'm not going to put words in your tweet, Clarence, but I think that's kind of what he means is more like Steam or Origins. They're being like,
okay, well, no, not that. Yeah.
no, I think, to be honest, I think it's a shame that we keep talking about Nintendo, and I'm not going to go into it because we talk about it a lot. The whole should Nintendo just stop? Because
just stop. Shut it down.
I think because like at one point it was Sega and Nintendo just up against each other. And there was all the other guys like the Spectrum, all those other fucking
3DO
links and all that chat. And then Sega dropped out. But the reason why Sega did was lots of things went very wrong.
Aye.
For Sega, there was lots of decisions made, lots of things that just didn't work out.
Aye, for a solid like almost a decade, they lost money.
Nintendo haven't had that. Like the Wii U, even though I love the games for it, there's been missteps with it, and it's not been the massive success the Wii was. But the Wii was a huge success. Like it'd been difficult to follow it. The 3DS still does well. The games sell well. It's just not making the same kind of money it did before. But you compare it to when it was making money when the Wii was big, compared to Sony and Microsoft, it was like they were nothing.
Yeah.
And like I think it's just this automatic like, oh, Sega dropped out, when will Nintendo drop out? And to be honest, I think Nintendo will always exist in hard. And who knows what it'll be? Maybe it will just they might just say, right, fuck it, we'll just do handheld, or maybe they'll bring a Nintendo phone. Who the fuck knows? But I don't see there being like, instead of Steam, I'll load up the Nintendo store and play it through my computer. I just don't see that. But I could be wrong. But I think they've got enough clout to be able to stay making consoles, whatever that looks like. If it means things like the NES, like they bring out a SNES version, and hope to God a GameCube version,
a Virtual Boy version.
Oh God, so good. But no, I don't. It's not something I'd like to see.
No.
Up next, Robert at Go Team Robot was RBT.
All right,
Robert. Go Team Robot says, if you had to get a video game themed reverse tramp stamp, what would it be?
What's a reverse tramp stamp?
Well, I mean, I'm not 100%, but I think it would mean it would be a tattoo above your groin.
Oh right, okay, so like beneath your belly button kind of thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Nintendo. I sort of know a video game.
Video game themed.
Are there any sailors here?
That's quite a good one. I don't know what I'd have. I've never. Do you know it's a question I've never had to think about? I've never had to think about.
Yeah, but you're a vying till now.
I know, but you had a good answer. Sploosh.
Kaboom.
Kaboom. Let's have a look. Tim McSavage, what are your feelings about the omission of Sonic from Mania? I think you'll be in it.
Yes, Sonic must be in it.
Sonic has to be in it. Stuart Neal, St. Louis Stuart asks, egg or Joe?
Well, it's up to you. I mean, I can't answer that. I'm biased towards Joe.
I really like eggs. I mean, I suppose you've got more use.
I do.
But I like eggs Benedict, so eggs.
Fair enough.
Damien B at DCB72 asks, in terms of books, films, plays, is there one that you would love to see made into a game, and the type of game it would be?
The Tempest.
King Lear.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's difficult because I think sometimes some of the reasons I like the other thing, like books, films, and plays, is because of what they are. Like they work well enough in that form. You could probably make a quite good Macbeth Musso game. That'd be quite good.
Hi, anything as a Musso game.
Yeah.
Anything
Fuck it. Why not? The Crucible.
Let my sun shine.
Let my sun shine. Just tearing that van into crowd. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the ones that would work really. I mean, there will be ones that work really well. I'm trying to think of the ones that definitely haven't been adapted into anything.
Death of a Salesman.
Death of a Salesman. I'm looking
Crucible?
at my. Well, I thought the Crucible. The Crucible could be quite an
the Crucible's
interesting.
got a trial on it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Phoenix Wright.
Yeah, so we could do it. So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely Crucible as a kind of Phoenix Wright style game.
Yeah.
I'm having a look at my. Oh, well, fuck the Raid.
Yeah. I'm not counting like that kind of thing, 'cause that's like obvious.
Oh, right,
But you know, like
fuck you,
pretty much anything Asian. Like, okay, right, we'll make an action game out of that.
Well, but it would still work.
I know, that'd be good.
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games would be a good game. Actually.
Hunger
A
Games
good
would be quite
concept
good
for a
fun.
game, yeah.
I think. Do you know how I think it should work?
Right.
So remember that. I don't know if they ever made it then, but remember someone like Hideo Kojima had suggested like a zombie game online where you made your guy,
that's it.
and that's
You
how
can
you
never
should
play
play
again.
it. So with Hunger Games, and say you enter a game, there's say how many? Is it 24? Because it's 12
48.
different.
It's 48 people in the.
No, because
48 pupils.
in the Hunger Games.
Aye.
No, because there's 12 different districts and 2 go from each, so it's 24.
Oh, I think about Battle Royale.
Yeah. But I mean, same thing can apply.
Aye.
So Hunger Games stroke Battle Royale, and so you make your character.
Yeah.
You get given a random weapon,
Yeah.
or you find a weapon, and you play the round. It's got to be online.
Yeah.
But when you die, that's you out.
Yeah.
You can watch the rest of the game and see how it plays out. So you have to have a reasonably, like a big enough arena so you can kind of explore, but also small enough so you can't keep going forever.
Yeah. I prefer the rules of Battle Royale to the rules of Hunger Games, though.
Yeah,
'Cause Hunger Games, I don't like the idea that they can just like create beasts to come and kill you and all that.
I suppose.
I hated that in that film.
I mean, they still have in Battle Royale the bits where the grids start locking
Aye, that's
off.
different.
But
That's
I
like-
suppose
that
that would
makes
work.
sense.
That would work really well in
Aye.
the online game. Because
Aye.
think about it, then suddenly you're having to push people into the same area. Yeah, so no, fuck it. Battle Royale, I
Aye.
think would work really well as a game.
They should make that. Get on it.
It probably already fucking exists.
I know.
No, luck. Someone's already done it. Last one, Daniel White at a bit gauche asks, which Smash Brothers character would you most like to invite you to dinner, and how would the dinner go? King DDD. King DDD. It'd
King Doidy Do.
it'd be an opulent feast,
Yeah,
and it would
be.
go so well that we might make love afterwards.
For me, probably Mr. Game & Watch.
Mr. Game and Watch.
Yeah, I quite like the idea of like him, and there's a lot of other Mr. Game & Watches,
Yeah.
and all that. Like, it's just chaos when you go to their house, like try to cook, and they all move at like 5 frames a second.
You're not scared like you might say something that would all go a bit flat?
Oh, good.
Also, he's always got sausages on the go.
He does that. I know. That's what I just sit there and he tosses sausages at my mouth.
And then what you having for dinner?
More sausages. Don't know. Pancakes. Flat as pancake.
Right, we've come to the end of the Bit Socket podcast.
Right, we have.
Number 51.
Yep, we have.
Have you enjoyed it?
I have enjoyed it. Yeah.
That's good.
Yep.
So I'll get this edited and put up. But it will be our last podcast before our live show on the 20th of August. Please, if you can make it, you should come
Yep.
along.
You can buy tickets if you head to our website, bitdarsocket.com. There's a link. There's a big link you can't miss on the front page that takes you to the page to buy tickets. And yeah, come along and enjoy it. It's going to be really, really good. We're planning a lot of cool stuff.
Yep, I've been working on features for it. Some features that are going to be exclusive to the live show. Because you can only really work in that medium.
And the last one went really. I mean, I'm still proud of the last one. I think the last one went really well. So yeah, come along and enjoy it.
I think it's going to be better. I mean, I think the place we're having it, if I'm being honest, is better than.
Drygate's a better venue.
And to be honest, the bar is amazing. We were at a wedding there recently, and it was very good.
Yeah, the beer's good. But until then, you can catch up with us on YouTube, youtube.com/bitsocket to check out all our videos, because we've been cracking into them fairly recently.
We have done. We're actually about to film another one.
5 minutes in heaven, that's going pretty well. And you can follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and you can listen to us on iTunes. And if you do, please leave us a wee rating and review.
And of course, you can find us on the Acast website as well. That's acast.com/bitsocket. It's acast.com/bitsocket podcast.
Yeah. And until next time,
keep bit socking.